You know that feeling, right? You walk into a brand new space, a project that's supposedly done, and you think, this looks amazing, but something's just a little bit off. Well, it's that tiny, frustrating gap between finished and perfect. And today, we're going to talk about the one tool that's designed to close that gap for good. It's a really frustrating question, isn't it? I mean, the keys are in your hands, the place is ready to go, but you just can't shake these small, nagging imperfections that stop it from feeling truly 100% complete. And it's always the little things, that tiny paint scuff on the wall that your eye just zips to every single time, the cabinet door that hangs just a little crooked, or that one door that you have to slam just to get it to latch. This right here, this is the infamous last 1%, and it's what separates a job that's just done from a job that's done right. So, how do we actually conquer this last 1%? Well, we do it with a formal process. You can think of it as the project's final exam. It's called the punch list. So, what is it really? Well, it's basically the ultimate to-do list for the home stretch. It gets put together when a project is substantially complete, which is just a fancy way of saying it's usable but not quite flawless yet. This document becomes the official record of every single thing, big or small, that has to be fixed before the job is officially closed out. I absolutely love this analogy because it just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures the stakes. A project can't just be mostly right. It has to pass this final inspection, check off every single item before it gets the final seal of approval, and, this is the important part, before that final payment is made. So when you boil it all down, the punch list really does three huge things. For the client, it guarantees they're getting the quality they paid for. For the contractor, it's a clear checklist for accountability. And that last point, that's the real kicker. It is a hard stop on the money flow until the job is done right. So what does this actually look like in the real world? It's not just some random list of complaints scribbled on a notepad. No, it's a structured journey with very clear steps. And, it often starts with a surprisingly simple tool. It all kicks off with this, a simple roll of blue painter's tape. During what's called the final walkthrough, the owner, the architect, and the contractor will comb through the space together. Every time they spot a problem, a little scuff, a crack, a light switch that doesn't work, a piece of that blue tape goes up. It's a super simple visual way to tag every single issue right there on the spot. But that blue tape is just the beginning of a pretty clear 6-step process. See, smart contractors do their own pre-punch review to catch the obvious stuff first. Then comes that official walkthrough with the owner. After that, all those little blue tape markers get gathered into one formal list, the fixes are assigned out, the work gets done, and then it's all inspected and verified. Only when every single item is checked off does the project finally reach closeout. Okay, here's a really important point. Not all punch lists are created equal. A simple list of notes can honestly cause more problems than it solves. The real magic, it's all in the details. And this distinction is absolutely crucial. Because if a list just says, fix the wall in the office, that's a recipe for an argument. Which wall? What's wrong with it? A truly effective and ironclad punch list leaves zero room for debate. Why? Because it provides undeniable proof. So what does this undeniable proof actually look like? Well, first, you have photos or videos. I mean, you can't argue with that, right? Then you add a markup on the actual building plans to pinpoint the exact location. Next, you reference the specific contract spec to show the standard that should have been met. And finally, you assign it to a responsible party, a specific person or team. There is absolutely no ambiguity. And what kind of stuff usually ends up on these lists? Well, it's typically a mix of these 4 big categories. You've got your cosmetic finishes, things like paint touch-ups, cracked tiles, messy sealant. Then there are installation issues, like those misaligned doors or cabinet hardware. You've also got to do functional tests. Does the AC actually cool every room? Does every outlet work? And finally, just the final cleanup, getting rid of all the dust, debris, and those annoying protective films. Ultimately, the goal for everybody involved is to have a zero punch list, a perfect score with nothing left to fix. And trust me, there is a very, very powerful financial reason for this. Take a look at this number, 5 to 10%. Now, on its own, it might not seem like a lot, but this one little figure is what gives the punch list its real teeth. This percentage has a name. It's called retainage.
It's a chunk of the total contract price that the client actually holds back until the project is 100% complete. We're not talking about pocket change here. On a big project, this can be a huge amount of money. And that gives the contractor a massive incentive to fix every last detail so they can close out that list and get paid. So, how do the pros avoid a long, painful punch list process? First off, they use digital tools to track issues in real time. Second, and this is a big one, they create a rolling punch list. They don't wait until the very end, they check off areas as they get finished. And maybe most important of all, they define what complete actually looks like from day one, often using physical mock-ups so there are no surprises about quality down the road.
So, there you have it, the punch list. It's the unsung hero of quality, the thing that turns a finished project into a perfect one. So the next time you walk into any space, new or old, remember the power of getting that last 1% right. Kind of makes you look around, doesn't it? Now that you know the secret, what's the first tiny detail you're going to notice?